Well, for those out there wondering where we sit here in terms of the markets, those that keep hearing that, well, the markets have been at a record-breaking pace and all this other stuff, you can't lose sight of the fact that these markets are rigged and being finagled left and right. You can't lose sight of the fact that we've witnessed these guys manipulating the housing market, the precious metals, in which holds this whole thing up, and they didn't get no jail time. Which means you can't forget that this thing's being propped up and any and every little action going down with it is of their choosing. Especially when they can continue to just print this worthless fiat money left and right. But what's happening now is we have TD Ameritrade warning that they've never seen client cash levels this low. For one that can see what's happening, you can see that, say there's X amount of money out there in the system, and say that the market was just kind of stale. Well, imagine that a lot of those people dumped a majority of their money, their cash, into the market, got it up to an all-time high, had a lot of confidence in it, more people dumping money until they've kind of exhausted the cash flow. Anyone sitting on the sidelines with new cash is expected to step in. Problem is most of those individuals now, they're saying, have been liquidated. And what they're seeing is a very low number of people on the sidelines with cash ready to step into the game at this point. They're seeing that the client cash levels are at record lows. And I'll share with you here a graph that is showing where this is heading. Right there. Now, it's funny because we keep seeing these calls for people to get out of cash, and we've heard of this before, and I've warned about where all this is going already. But right now, they're saying they're seeing an extreme level of complacency. They're saying that while cash levels are up slightly, cash as a percentage of total client assets remains at historic lows at 12.7%, down slightly from last quarter. So in both of our retail and institutional businesses, we're seeing historically low levels of cash to assets under management. And they're saying, well, if you think that this feels like it's the top, it probably is. And they're saying that right here, that the bull markets is in the long tooth, meaning that it may seem like it rides out long, similar to what happened here in crypto recently, but then you go into a bear trend. And the bull market, the top is where you sell. The bear market is where you buy. At this point, a lot of things have shifted in our economy in terms of things that Trump has done, whether good or bad. Things have shifted in terms of like coal, the coal industry, in places, in sectors that were completely derailed before, have new life in them. But on the other side of the coin, that takes away from other places as well. What we're seeing in all is throughout all the headlines of having a stronger economy and everything charging up, we're seeing that people on the sidelines now are strapped for cash. It's almost like a majority of their money is invested, is what they're saying. And especially coming from TD Ameritrade now, which means if you're seeing that, how do you expect any more growth from here? Which I would expect individuals to maybe start planning to short certain things at this point. Or they continue printing their worthless fiat money, which they're going to continue to do anyway, but that's not going to affect the guy sitting on the sideline right now. They have to earn that money to be able to spend it. And at this point, they're saying that they're strapped. No cash. They're on the sidelines. But I just wanted to make mention of it because nothing can go parabolic forever. Everything has to come down. And especially in a stock market that hasn't been producing too big of gains throughout the past few years, for it to surge, you have to realize there's going to be a bit of a pullback or a correction at some point. If the thing continues to start to go parabolic, you're going to have to realize there's going to have to be some type of correction. Hoping this thing isn't going to be ran super parabolic by design to get it to go straight up in the air, and you know what that means. When it comes down, it will come down hard. Super hard. It's been Dabu7.